I don't know. Alrighty, let's check it out. Next ship. Random 7 times, see what we do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Stealth A, there's a ship. Hey, what's up, excited train guy? One thing you learned from work was height of the desk and screen make a big difference too. Well, it's like right on eye level for me. I don't have a desk, I have a table. So this will be adjustable height chair, so maybe if I adjust it to the right height. Hey, if you got a guide or something on what's best, lay it on me. I'd love to check it out. This is a great ship. Stealth A, super strong. Mini beam dual lasers. Possibly one of the strongest starting weapon systems in the game. Apart from, like, you know, just a single advanced flak. But super good ship. Wow. Sun and an ion storm. Let's stay out of those. We gonna get sneaky. Time to get sneaky. Okay, what you got? Whoo, you got some scary stuff, actually. And you get free hacking on my engines. That's not fun. Good dodge. To fire, but we didn't get that dodge. He didn't get the pike beam offline. And he's got value point and shields. Big surprise. Ugh. God damn it. Oh, man. Come on, give me my mini beam back. Come on, damn it. Don't hit my weapons. God damn it. Oh, he actually hit it right as we were repairing, so that actually could have been worse. Okay. Don't you just love Sector 1 free hacks for the enemy? You know that thing people say about Rand hacks? Well, freaking FTL hacks, man. Free hacks, Sector 1. So fair and balanced. So fair and balanced. Alright, was that a map? Okay, map's really nice, though. Middle of the screen should be at eye level, and arms should rest comfortably on the desk. I think that's about where I am. I might be a little low, actually. So... but the issue for me also is that this old chair has got these, like, just hard plastic arms, so they're really uncomfortable. I was actually thinking of getting cushioned arms to go with the chair that's coming, but... Wow! Look at all these wonderful, amazing, horrible places to go. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hope the new chair comes with comfy, cushy arms. Yeah, the resistant titanium casing actually worked, yeah. Yeah, we can't do that. Wow, what a terrible Sector 1 so far. You have a table? You have a weird desk with no place for your legs. Oh, God. Flak 1 plus laser, huh? If our cloaking works, we can try to be hero. Let's be hero. If we have to reset, we'll reset. Yeah, my ex had a table that I use that actually I think is really good for streaming because I can fit 3 screens on this really well. And all the stuff I need to do, and it's actually a pretty good height. Nice. So when I moved out, I got my own table from IKEA. It's an IKEA table. Nice. Beautiful. Got there. IKEA table. And let's wait, just in case he gets a crazy double dodge, which is not possible because he's got no piloting, but we'll do that. Yeah, their weapons time well for cloak. Yay! Destroy the ship, salvage it. Nice, the double rewards. We got hashtag rewarded. Arm wrist should be straight and eyes on monitor center level and back straight. I don't know that I could do that for 6 hours straight, but I should try to have better posture. Let me raise my chair up. See if I can help myself out by not lounging so much. That's another issue with my old chair. Well, my newer, older chair. This is my old chair. Is it actually the up and down, raising and lowering never worked. So we go a little higher. Better posture. We're going to be healthy here. Everybody do this. Everybody in front of your... If you're at your desk, in front of your computer. Chest high, wrist straight. It's probably what gamers have to do, right? Good posture. Alright, Doc try to rescue. Jones! Welcome aboard, Jones. That's awesome. Free Rock Dude Sector 1. I should heal Brian over here. Alright, everybody, we're gonna practice good posture here. Okay. Put you there. Save positions. 34 scrap. What do we usually get on this? We just want to get early shields or hacking or a weapon, right? So we want to save scrap. Okay. Okay, he's gonna run. We're gonna do this. On your previous workplace, you had mandatory ergonomics evaluations monthly. I need to have my own ergonomic evaluations. So, Rand streamer, what are you doing to stay healthy and ergonomically fit? Nothing. Let's fix that. Welcome to Posture Stream, healthy streamer on Twitch. Well, we don't have Stay Hydrated bot, so we'll have Posture bot. You have to turn your chair sideways and sit on your head. Looks at my monitor. You can try. You have to turn my chair sideways. Sit so your head looks at your monitor. Okay. Well, I'm often like, you know, just kind of lounging back, lazy, and I really do need to focus on doing this better. So here we go. Attempt to download. What? I got a map and a free laser charger? What kind of crazy reward is that? Holy crap. That's an amazing reward. That is so stinking. I didn't know you could get a weapon from that reward. Okay, well, let's get value point and then get that online. Holy crapola, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibly 6, 7. If I go through the nebula, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can maybe do that. I know. It's karma for last run. Well, I don't even know that our last run was bad enough to earn that, but okay, I'll take it. Can kill the boss now. Almost. Strong Sector 1's how you win FTL. It's very true. Very true. You ain't just whistling Dixie. Yes, I am. Oh, I forget how Dixie goes. Damn. I wanted to make a pun, and I forgot how that song actually goes. Prepare for FTL to punish you for getting such good a reward. Yeah, I know. Prepare for Zoltan Shield ship with the mini beam and beam drone. That would be the punish. Sector 1 Zoltan Shield ship with mini beam and beam drone. Damn, I didn't fire that. Oh well. Now, I'm feeling horribly punished after that free Combat 2 drone. Oh my god. All asteroid fields. Combat 2 for free. Free blue option for free stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this Sector 1 is looking insane. Jeebus, I know. That's like 40-something scrap or something crazy. Oh, hacking and drone control. Here comes a punish. Sensor hack, okay. Alright. He does have repair drone, though. That kind of sucks. Oh god, the double dodge really sucks. Crap. I got cocky. That double dodge just totally screwed us. Please don't hit weapons. Okay. I need my cloaking. Not weapons, okay. We resisted. The titanium system casing anyway. Nice. No surrender because you can't do damage. Beautiful. Now, we took a little damage. Could have been way worse, though. Now the enemy can't see us. Oh no, they can't see us. Or wait, I can't see them. Okay, let's see what you got. Sector 1, shields. I wonder if I have enough to sell to get shields. Oh my gosh, Sector 1 shield buy. What a frickin' start. This is an amazing start. And I am only like 7 scrap short of even getting this other weapon online. Holy crap, what a good Sector 1. Stealth A, why you gotta be so good? Why you gotta be so good? Fight the ship. That's a really good weapon system. Glad I didn't fight you before I had shields. Nice. No value point in shields. Beautiful. Although it does have an NG to repair. Does he repair it before we hit him? I don't think so. Nice. To make up for its brother Stealth B being so flaky. He's... You know, Stealth A was always the dependable one. Stealth A was always the dependable one. This is the best 3-season slot ship. 3-weapon? I guess that was autocorrect, I'm guessing. There we go. Dual lasers, charged laser, mini beam with shields, Sector 1 on Stealth A. This is one of the best starts we've had in a while. Kind of crazy, actually. Sensors should be a critical system on a spaceship, especially in combat. Maybe they thought that would be too punishing if you really could end up not seeing the enemy. Yeah. Combat drone could be pretty scary here. With heavy laser. Damn. Alright, we got the repair drone offline. It was like, I hit their drone control. Why is this thing still going? Too much drone control. Got it. Have you met my son, Stealth A, the doctor? well, son B, Stealth B is in the back with his slicked back hair, wearing a leather jacket. He's like smoking. Stealth B, could you not smoke at your grandfather's funeral? Okay? My God. Stealth B lives at home and is just waiting for his high school band to take off. That's right. Someday I'm gonna be famous. Just you wait. Just you wait. Stealth B. Get a job. Get a real job. Think you can make it as a streamer? Streaming's not a real job. Oh, wait. Streaming is a very lucrative and extremely prestigious job that everybody should aspire to join in with, because streaming is such a rewarding and totally not waste of money and resources. Hashtag this ad sponsored by Twitch. Yay for free stuff. Okay. Too real. We got a little too real there. What is this? You've been surfing Twitch. What is going on? What's up, Darren? What's going on? We're FTLing it up. Oh, double store, huh? Well, we already have long-range scanners. I can still stun bomb. I guess I sell stun bomb and get probably power, honestly. Stealth B is an aspiring actor yet to make it big. Stealth B sucks at living. That's right. All right. I could buy a backup battery here. It's not bad. I think I'm gonna do this. Value point and weapons and then power. Alright, value point and shield so that we can get second shield next. We're just gonna go with that. In before flak. Technically, Stealth B did have that one smash hit. What is this? I just sold a stun. Hey, sir, you left your stun bomb. I think the owner of that store is like, well, we don't want this here. Have this back. What am I supposed to do with it? It's terrible. Okay. Okay, so ion plus pike beams. The question is, do I cloak? Yeah, we'll cloak the first one. Good. Okay. Need to stop auto-firing. Sir, you forgot your bomb. No, I didn't. I sold it to you. Sir, we don't want this. So I depowered the shields so that the ion would not hit my shields and allow the pike beam to do damage. That was the reasoning behind that play there. 6 fuel. It's a pretty darn good deal, actually. The 6 fuel and the 5 missiles was nice because if I get the sell 15 missiles event, this is, I think that's actually worth. I don't know if this is a double reward type thing. I don't think so. I'm gonna take that deal. And that will allow us to get second shield. Minus power there. What a start, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I go in the nebula that long, I can even get more jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe. You almost always go for kill. You may play like a psychopath. I often do as well, but in that case, I think that deal was just really good. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You'll never see a deal like this again. I bought into the hype. I believed the salesperson. So, I was the gullible shopper, consumer. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that is 3 free weapons in 1.5 sectors, while also, well, it might be more than 3 free weapons. Did I get another one that I sold? I can't even remember. I can't even keep track of all the free stuff we've gotten. This run's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we get 7. I think, wow, we had an amazing Sector 1. This is looking like an incredible Sector 2. I know, what kind of run is this? This is all of my good RNG being used up in one run. That's what it is. All of it. All of it. Weren't you going to say stay on the nebula for a bit to get more jumps? Yeah, but I would rather get guaranteed ship fight jumps. And also, I can go back to this one, which will be nebula. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get the store to sell these 2 free weapons we got. I was going to do that, and then I saw that there was a ship fight there, and I can still come back into the nebula for 1 extra jump. What is the cookie next to my name? Used to think it was a month subscription, but you're past 3 now. Yes, that's called a subscriber badge, and there are milestones. There's a 3-month badge, a 6-month badge, and a 12-month badge. The first one is just for 1 month, is just a little sugar cookie. 3 months is a bronze chocolate chip cookie. 6 months is a silver 6-month chocolate chip cookie, and 12 months is a golden cookie. It's like a frickin' golden ticket for the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What's the bubble that says danger on the map? You mean distress? Distress is always random events. You want a pike beam here? Recovery arm. I don't think any of that's super good. You need a golden cookie. You know, don't some back to talking about food again. Don't some like high class restaurants like put gold leaf on like steaks or something? I think that's a thing. Anti-bio beam. Look at this store has all the beams. Anti-bio, hull, and pike. Pike's pretty good, but mini beam is just really good right now. I don't think that's a good enough upgrade to spend the scrap. I would rather get hacking with this than that. You gotta get yourself some gold cookie. That's right. Only 9 months or less till that. Your dentist discourages eating solid gold. Well, your dentist is just a cheapskate. Does your dentist also have teeth made of solid gold? You're in sensors. Isn't that a thing? Like, oh, I should be having this guy in shields. Teeth made of gold? That's what fillings are, right? In India, you get silver leaf on food a lot. Really? Seems like a weird thing to put metal in your food, but is that like when you have iron in your diet? Are you actually eating little pieces of iron? I guess I don't understand eating metal. Unless you live in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series, where they consume metal and have magical powers from that. But I don't think we're in that world. You need a golden cookie and then die of heavy metal poisoning. There you go. Heard you like beams, so we got some beams with your beams. You can beam while you beam your beams. I guess we'll keep you... I mean, since doors might be better than shields, but we'll get some training on them. Gold made of teeth. Man, that's the best kind of gold, that teeth gold. Would scrap recover not be good this early on? Actually, with how ahead we are, we probably could make that work. Was that available? That might have been an option to do. I didn't really look at augments. Did they have augments and I just missed it? That might have been a worthwhile augment if that was available. Or are you just asking a what if I see it? Wow, get one shot. Weapons get one shot. Was that a hypothetical or did I miss a scrap recovery arm? I'm curious now. Nice double rewards. 7 months, you're up to 5 months now. Nice, Scottish Pingu, awesome. Pure gold is fairly soft. Yeah, that's why they test it with their teeth, right? To see if it's real gold, because it'll like bend or something. I see that in movies. I don't know if that's real. That is why you see some people biting into gold to see if it's soft enough. There you go. Okay, yeah, all right. Elemental iron isn't the same as iron ore. So iron in your blood isn't the same as the metal iron that you find in rocks, I guess. Silver and gold are safe for humans. Silver is even slightly antibacterial. Really? You think there was a scrap recovery arm? Oh, it's my bad. I should have considered it. I don't know if I was far enough ahead to really invest in that, but I can still go 1, 2, 3, or I can go 1, 2. No, I can't do that, so I missed it. You were talking about the map on the far left. There's a big area and it says danger. Oh, excited train guy, you must be new to FTL. That's the Rebel Pursuit. That's what it says when the Rebel Pursuit is about to enter the map. This thing that you're trying to stay ahead of is Rebel Pursuit. So that's just a message to say, hey, don't go in there. It's bad. You'll die. When we talk about diving, diving means purposefully going back into there for some potential reward or something. Nice free stuff. Teeth gold, not a good reference. The camps in Germany took the gold from people when they killed folks. Oh, sorry. Pure gold is also soft enough to be molded by hand. That's cool. Metal iron isn't pure. There's going to be other things in it, but pure iron is the same as iron in your blood as far as you know. Okay. Yeah, that I didn't know about, the whole Germany thing there, so sorry if I offended anybody with that. Somebody said teeth gold. I thought it was funny because my mom actually used to work on teeth. Her job, Pirate or Uncharted Nebula, was she worked for a place called Summit Dental Lab. If I go up this way, I can't get any green sectors. And she actually made like little fillings and teeth and that kind of stuff for her job. Am I willing to commit to no green sectors to go to a pirate sector? I think because we have long range scanners, we just go Uncharted Nebula. The rebels will give you free stuff. Yeah, free hull damage. You don't even have to pay for it. The level 2 piloting. Free hull damage. Don't even have to pay. How much power do we have? 10. Let's get 11. That'll give us 1 extra power and a half power place. Okay, is that an ion blast Mark II or like a heavy ion? Okay, you can't do damage to us. Nice. Okay. I feel like this better posture is helping me. I should do it. Once I get the new chair, we're gonna really focus on having good posture when we stream. We'll be healthier. I'm not gonna eat any better, but at least I'll sit better. I just can't commit to the eating better. It's too hard for me. The chemist in me is enjoying how imprecise this metal chat is. Iron ore, and ionic iron are all very different. Ah, there you go. Scottish Pingu the chemist is going to set you all straight, okay? Is a player a follower of space laws or a rule breaker? The lore of this game, Excited Train Guy, is that your ship is part of the Federation. There is a rebellion. The rebellion is pursuing you, and you are off to tell the main Federation people there's big scary rebellion people starting a rebellion trying to rebel. And so your task is to defeat the rebel flagship while staying ahead of their main fleet. There is kind of a debate about whether you're actually the good guys in this game. Most people say the Federation's not much better than the rebellion because of all the stuff you do to like civilians and stuff as you're going. But that's kind of the idea behind the lore of the game. It's all the NG's fault. That's right. All right, we're gonna fight here. That's a heavy laser Mark II. Oh, no dodge for that, but that's okay. I think it's pretty unanimously agreed that the Federation that you're a part of in this game is not not much better than the Rebellion. But the Rebellions are racist, so at least we're not that. Or at least maybe just our people are bad because we're, you know, stealing supplies from civilians as we go and all this kind of stuff. Technically, we're on Darth Vader's side. You just hope we aren't that evil in FTL. Yeah, we're basically Darth Vader, or somebody on the Empire. Okay, intruders on board. Get over here. Is it only okay? It's only these guys. Crap. Okay, do that and that. Okay, that should be, we should be good now. It's really gray and gray morality in FTL, yeah. It's not as cut and dried as in a lot of video games where you're the good guys killing the bad guys. It's more, we're part of the established federal government and there's a rebellion that we need to suppress. But they have the backing of some, I don't know, strong corporations, so they have amazing ships. It's kind of amazing how good the ships are of the Rebellion. I don't quite understand how they have such good ships, but... This game sounds interesting. I'll have to look into getting into it. The game's amazing. Don't get into it for the story, I'll be honest. This game is good because of the gameplay, not the story. It's kind of bare bones. A lot of this is like... interpretation of the events that happen in the game and stuff like that. Don't read, you know, Playboy for the stories, for the articles, and don't play FTL for the story. Ain't nobody care about no story. I play FTL Hard, no pause for the story, Kappa. It's also quite inexpensive for how much content you get. Oh, this game? Yes. This game is the best value of any game I've ever got. Except for maybe a free-to-play MMO that I played a lot, which I can't think of one that I played enough that would still be worth more. Then I guess you could call that infinite value because it's free, but I don't know. This game is amazing. All right, there's a scrap recovery arm, but there's also hacking, and we have to get hacking because it's so good. And I can get mind control and have all of my systems and have all the OP systems. Yeah. I know scrap recovery arm's good, but I can get all my systems and be done with systems at stores for the rest of the run. This is insane, except for backup battery. This is such an insanely good run. You can be nice or you can be cruel. Usually being cruel is better if you want to win, yes. You got this game for free from Epic, so it is infinite value for you. Lucky. No, I'm actually... If there was one game I would say I never have any regrets buying, apart from all the rage and salt I have, it would be FTL. Apart from the fact that I rage at this game all the time, I have no regrets. Nice! Got the missile offline. Beautiful. Okay. Apart from the fact that it gives me heartburn and an aneurysm, this is the greatest game I've ever played. Hey, we killed his crew? Wow, we killed his crew in the shield room. That's pretty crazy. What a lucky crew kill right there. For you, that was Terraria. It's basically always on sale, and the content there is huge too. Yeah, Terraria is another good one. I would say another one that probably has similar like value to a lot of people is Binding of Isaac. Crazy amount of content and really cheap game that you can just kind of play forever. The great thing about roguelikes. Okay, we'll probably go there. Terraria is nice for the $5 or whatever you bought it for. For the record, it should be said that most runs end in fire and death. Yes. If you start playing this game as a new player, expect to die and lose a lot. Because this game is punishing and difficult. So, if you're okay with that, have at it. But be prepared for death and dismemberment. Nice. See if I can get the cloaking offline. Beautiful. This is the game for all those masochists out there. That was a pretty fast repair. Please don't have an NG on. Cloaking repair too. Nice. 5 fuel, 6 missiles. No thanks. You have over 800 hours on Binding of Isaac 2. It's a great game. I don't know how many hours I have in it because it's been a couple years since I played it, but way back when I was playing games not on stream, Binding of Isaac and FTL were kind of the games I would go to when I was just bored. Both amazingly good games. Getting salty is probably therapeutic. See, you just have to look on the bright side of things. Probably. You remember you would always play free trials of games and never buy them. You thought you were getting past the system, but now you realize you were just not supporting the devs. Well, that's why I never, whenever anybody says you can get it free on Pirate Bay, I always say, just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's basically stealing money from people, so. And there are so many good, cheap games out there, you really don't even have to do that. Way back when, maybe, you kind of had to do something like that, but these days, you just don't even need to. Good dodge. You have 2,089 hours in the Space Engineers now? You need a new game? That's a lot of hours. How did you keep playing that game for so long with how buggy it is, Nietzsche? Maybe bugginess doesn't bug you as much. Bugginess doesn't bug you. Or that style of game is just right up your alley and you are able to look past the bugs. You have 800 hours because you completed the game 3 times on each save file. It's your favorite game ever. Are you talking about Binding of Isaac? Yeah. It's a great game. All right, what upgrade do we want to get? We're going into Sector 4, so probably hacking. I'm going to buy 1 power now. We're going to wait to see. There's a possibility we have another store over here. You love builder games? You have so many hours in Minecraft, you don't even want to know how many? Nice. Yeah, I can see that. Building games can be very addictive. And a very cool style of game that probably really appeals to a lot of people out there. I like them for a while. I sometimes... Oh, don't hit me. Good. Like, run out of... I feel like I'm not creative enough to always have ideas for what I should be building. So, like, I'm hoping I'll stick with Satisfactory to complete the content. That's a good deal. Not an amazing deal, but it's a good one. We'll take it. But, games like Factorial, like, I often don't finish games like Factorial because I don't... I kind of run out of what I want to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it gets so complicated that I can't keep up with everything. You wonder how many hours you have in Minecraft? One of the first games you ever bought. I'm almost in the bubble. I know, Excited Train Guy. You want to stay right in front of it. It's the most efficient way of playing the game. I'm going to hack your piloting. Damn it. For some reason... Oh, I didn't even hack there. I think I hit N instead. I don't know what I just did. Misplay, though. It's okay. We have another shot here. Okay. What I don't like about hacking plus beams in no pause is the micro. That's the hardest part of hacking plus beams, is getting the micro, especially while you're trying to deal with other stuff like moving power around. Okay, Raffin, you need to heal. You restrict yourself from playing building games because you end up losing yourself to them building super projects to the point you neglect school. It's good. I had a point where I was neglecting school because of MMOs. Way back when World of Warcraft first came out was when I was in college. And if you want to talk about dangerous, try getting sucked up by 2, 3, 4. World of Warcraft when you're trying to finish a master's degree. It took me about an extra year or 2 to finish my master's. I think it took me an extra year to finish my master's degree because I was in that same situation. And I'm kind of fighting that a little bit right now because I've been playing City Heroes, which is an old school MMO. Been playing that again. The addiction there is, nope, I'm not doing giant alien spiders, is making new characters over and over again. Gaming can definitely be an addiction. It can be tough. Did I never finish Factorio? You missed some of that chat. I finished the game, like I launched a rocket one time, but then I came back to it a second time and played like modded, and modded gets even more complicated. There's a deal. So I finished it once. Again, that was in early access, so I haven't played it since it came back, since it's been fully released. I need to play it again. It's just free stuff galore this run. It's amazing. You never got caught by the WoW bug? I definitely have gotten caught by multiple MMO bugs. EverQuest, WoW. That's weird. Why is that disconnected? What? Is that normal? Is it always like that? I wonder if that's a holdover between hyperspace or something. I'm thinking abandoned here, actually. I'm thinking abandoned 4, so that hopefully I have a choice to get some NG sector or something going here. Rock, we're pretty well set up against Rock 2, but abandoned 4 is scary. Maple Story was your addiction? Abandoned sector is fun. I don't know about fun. Oh, these are both pretty tough choices. Sector 4 is where you could first start running into Lanius bombers. I think I'm gonna go Rock here. Some mod make Factorio more complicated, but not the overall pattern. Factorio just launched version 1.0. Viewership streaming numbers are high, by the way. Yeah, I need to play it again. That might be the next one I play again. Maybe, you know what? I feel like that would be a natural progression from Satisfactory too, since it's a similar type of game. So maybe after I finish my current Satisfactory run, I'll do Factorio again. Rock Missile scary. We have cloaking, mind control, and hacking. So we do have some defense there. Okay, I'm gonna actually wait for his shot first. Should have moved my power. Then we do this. Ugh. The micro. Too many systems. These systems are great, but they're all micro-intensive systems. Damn it. I take damage here. Okay, good. We didn't. So much micro. Must whine about the micro. Factorio just introduced a late game spider tour, which is awesome. I saw a spider on like Factorio. I think it must be, maybe it's like on the little image on Twitch or like the game image or something. I was like, what the hell is that? That looks amazing. That did make me kind of go, I need to play that again. Okay, I want third shield. You know what? Let's get level 2 hacking just to make sure our offense is good. And then we'll look at getting third shield next. Defense, best fence, that's right. You're gonna head off, excited train guy? Alright, you've been on for too long. We'll see you later, my friend. Whew, look at that ship. Good thing I got level 2 hacking. Alright. Flax, no missiles, all flax apparently in Rock Sector today. We must be as offensive as possible. What? Need a mind control. Okay, we got his weapons offline. That's good. Oh, because our good offense is the best defense. That's what you're, I think, referencing there. Yeah. Yes, we must be as offensive as possible. Gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. And we already have weapons fully trained up here. Your MMOs are RuneScape, Guild Wars 1 and 2, Final Fantasy 11, and WoW. They are your kryptonite. They are addictive, man. Fun, but addictive. And I definitely fight that sometimes. And when you're single, which I have been for most of my life, and don't have much of a social life, and are, you know, an introverted person who enjoys fantasy, that's like quadruple whammy on getting completely, you know, immersed in things like WoW and all those things. Is there any good route here? Looks like the best route's actually up here and around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that might be the only way to get all our jumps. Let's do that. But yeah, EverQuest, WoW, and those are probably the two big ones. City Heroes was never the worst, like, addiction for me. Okay, let's go get on doors. Ugh, really? Oh, damn. Damn. Oh, crap. This is bad. Okay, alright. Okay, we dodged that one. That's good. I'm not gonna be able to repair my weapons. God. Oh, crap. Okay. Cloak. Jesus, this fight right now. Goddamn free borders, you shitty game. Okay, he's out of missiles. Okay, he's out of missiles. Holy crap, what a fight. Okay. That was scary as hell, man. These systems are not good for micro, and that was that just 3 free rock borders that he just got, man? That's super uncool, FTL. Only good thing I'll say is that he ran out of missiles pretty quickly because 2 missiles. Jesus, that was a scary fight. I'm very surprised I didn't lose crew. Did we take damage? I think we took a missile or 2. No surrender. You do not deserve my sympathy or mercy, sir. Holy crap, that was a tough fight. Guild Wars 1 was amazing. The only MMO you got into, Sidvius. I played both, I think both Guild Wars games. But they're so, I feel like they were just so PvP centric that I just never really loved them because I'm not a big PvPer. Did I lose crew? I don't think so. Right? I think I've only had 4 crew this whole time. Left side, at least I've never heard of FTL. That game's really addictive. That's right. Come back and first thing you hear is Evercrack addiction. Was sharpening knives and talking to dad about guns. What you missed last... Oh god, you're not... Okay. So we were gonna go this way. 2, 3, and then store. Yeah. What'd you miss? You missed the most amazing stuff ever. It's so amazing I can't even talk about it. So you're just gonna have to... Gosh, you're just gonna have to be really sad about missing it, honestly. It was the best stream of my life you missed. So sorry for you to have missed it. Please hit the shields. Good. Ooh, fire. Nice. Didn't get the mind control off. The most amazing streamalicious stream of all streaming stream times. Should really feel bad about missing it too. No, on YouTube, this is the one time I'm not going to upload it to YouTube. The one time. Just because it was so good, I'm afraid that if I put it on YouTube, it'll break YouTube. That's how good what you missed is. There's no catching up. Sorry. Sorry. Can you tell I don't like it when people ask what they missed? Can you tell yet? That's going to be my response. Every time somebody asks what they miss, that's going to be my response from now on. This is the most amazing stuff that you'll just never get to see it. Did rocks get patched or modded? All ships with flak instead of missiles? I know, it sure feels like it. Oh, I found the free hull damage. Hey guys, did you lose the free hull damage? I found it. It's here. It's here, I found it. You know I hate it. No, I don't hate it. I love it when people ask that. The problem is when they ask it, it's always the most important stuff that they miss, so it's just a bad time. It's a bad time for them. So. Okay, now that's a weapon system. Okay, but it should be pretty easily countered by what we have here. I really wish I had backup battery right now. Okay, so we're gonna cloak the big flak. Good. I'm going to say that because I think it's hilarious, and everybody in chat will think it's probably stupid. But I think it's hilarious, because then I get to troll chat back. Do you know you can buy free 5 hull damage at stores? Really? How much does it cost? It's free! But only at certain stores, for a limited time only. Check your store for details. Legit love the sarcasm, honestly, great laugh. Okay, good. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Because there are probably a lot of people who think I'm just that mean. Whew, that's a flak. That is a flak. All right. Let's lose the mini beam. I think we lose the mini beam. I think there are a lot of people who value mini beam higher than I do, but mini beam is great. But I think with flak and hacking, we just do this and our offense is just even more insane. Just more shots. So let's get 3rd shield, power, and repair. That's like the 3rd scrap recovery arm I think we've skipped to this run. I would have gotten backup battery if they had it. That's too bad. 8 drone parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get all our jumps. Nice. Comes with free anti-bio beam. 5 free hull damage comes with free bio beam. Distraction, boys. Goodbye, mini beam. You'll be missed. He served us well. No, not scrap recovery. We're strong enough, and scrap recovery, as good as it is, I think we are. It's better to just make our ship stronger. Scrap recovery arm is good, but that's like when you're ahead and get more ahead. We are ahead, but when you're offered a flak, you buy a flak. And we are in sector like 5, so 3 shields are really helpful right now. Stealthy is a really good ship. The start you had was super good, but the ship is also nice. Yeah, the ship is amazing, and we had a kind of an incredible start. I mean, it just keeps giving me free weapons. I would not be as surprised with all the free weapons if we were a boarding ship. But when you don't board, to have gotten, I think that's the 4th or 5th free weapon. Only sector 4. We are really freaking strong. It's kind of insane, actually. Let's get power. And now we're going to save up for a store to get something like automated reloader, pre-igniter, or something like that. I rank distraction buoys pretty low. Ryan Slatko. For purchasing, yes, because basically it's 1 extra jump for every sector after you get it. So if you get it in any sector after like 2, you're basically getting maybe 6 extra jumps. And if you don't have long range scanners, it's not a guaranteed scrap gain jump. If I get it for free, I'll usually keep it. But for the most part, I find it not worth. Okay. I can't get the cloak up in time. Get the... Oh, we got all his weapons offline. Perfect. I think distractions buoys are good, but they're not, like, buy them in a store good. They're like, oh, I got it for free. Alright, I'll keep it. Why don't I value scrap recovery? You're not your novice at this game. Because scrap recovery arm gives you a percentage of extra scrap per every time you gain scrap. In easy and normal, that percentage can give you a lot of extra scrap. In hard mode, the amount of scrap you get is lower, so the value of scrap recovery arm is worth less. It's not worthless, but it's worth less because, you know, a percentage of a smaller number is a smaller number. So you get less scrap out of it, but the cost isn't cheaper in hard mode. So often it's really hard to earn the value back, and often if you get it, the scrap you spend to buy it would have been better spent to make your ship stronger, if that makes sense. So it's better on lower difficulties, kind of like glaive beam and some other things, I would say, like artillery or something. You're just barely getting acclaimed to Advanced Edition easy mode yourself. Acclimated, whatever that word is. Really wish I had backup battery, like really, really, really. Ah, late, man. Freaking late on my micro. That's why hacking, man. Hacking is just on hard mode, no pause. So much micro. Well, I mean, I would have only had like 80% dodge anyway, so it probably would have been hit by the missile even if I'd got the cloak off in time. But still, gotta get quicker on my micro, man. You beat in the game, but now with the Mantis ship, you've learned that Mantis cannot put out fires. Oh, they can, but you usually need help from venting the room. And yeah, they can't repair and they can't put out fires very well. It's really, it sucks. 10% scrap, but it rounds down, so minimum 10 to get anything for that. Yeah, you can't English. Sorry, it's fine. Thanks for the explanation. You've never played hard? Yeah. Okay. Man, backup battery. Now having backup battery is making it really hard because I have to, on top of the micro, aiming my weapons, timing it with the hacking, mind control of borders, cloaking at the right time. I have to also move power around, so I hope I don't die just because we've had such a good run, but I can't micro on all my stuff. I think I should just stop trying to mind control. I think the mind control is adding too much micro that I just can't handle right now. Trying to mind control the piloting. There. We'll do the mind control after the fact so that they can't repair stuff is what we'll do. Beautiful. Do 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 do. Nice. You're playing on an iPad, which you feel like is even harder than on PC. Yes, and we have somebody who hangs out in chat sometimes who plays hard mode no pause on iPad. That blows my mind. And apparently is a whole different skill set to play hard mode no pause on iPad. What a psycho. I know. If that person's here, I forget who it is, but they've talked about it a couple times. I don't know how they do it, but if there's like, what's funny is I think they said like some ships that are weak on this are actually better because of whatever differences there are on the iPad or something. If you're there, speak now. Tell us your ways. This, I have 6 drone parts. I'm gonna try to not use hacking here. Nice. The auto fire, doge. Nice, no damage. Beautiful. I think we're out of the woods. Nice. Some people like the pain. I mean, I'm playing hard mode no pause, but I wouldn't do it on iPad. Of course, I get enough FTL a week doing what I do, so I don't need more pain from FTL, that's for sure. You think you remember he was saying artillery was valued higher as damage? He didn't have to button mash bash for. That might be it. Might have been artillery. Okay. Do I have anything to sell at the store? I have an ion charger. Or charge on, however you say that. We are in Sector 5, Slughome Nebula. We better get level 202. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, we probably skipped the distress here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. We might be able to do that. It's 2 nebulae. If it's giant alien spiders, we don't have a blue option. We don't have Clone Bay. There's lots of things it could be. Let's check it. Slug ship in the middle of boarding a disabled rock freighter. Charge weapons and slugs immediately back down. When you return to the freighter, the rockmen have already repaired the worst of the damage and jump away without another word. Wow, what a great event that was. Thanks, FTL. Save the rock people, and they leave without another word. Good times. Sure, I'm glad I expended my fuel for that jump. What was that event? Worthless is what it was. Frickin' worthless. Okay, attack. Combat 2 drone. Gotta keep one to hit B. B for backup battery. Don't have one. Cloak. Good cloak timing. So he's got value point weapons because none of his weapons went offline there. It sucks. Okay, 1 in hacking. Okay. We got Burst Laser 2 down. I need to take out his drone control here. Ah, I only got 1 shot. Alright, we got it through. Okay. That's good. No fire, so we'll just leave that for now. Get piloting offline. Nice, nice. Discovered the game on iPad. And it seems tailor-made for tablets, but having the hotkeys on PC is very helpful, yeah. I think the tablet version came way after, right? Like, it's only been recently that it is on, like, in the last year or two? The last couple of years it came out on iPad. But apparently it translates really well. Well, that's a hard thing for me to say today. To iPad. What's up, Big Duck Mail? FTL is back. It's here every Monday and Wednesday. So it's not back. You're back. Welcome back, Big Duck Mail. You only had a chance of getting to fight the ships there. It's like they meant to add other options, but never got around to it. You're talking about that event? Well, there might be a blue option for that event, maybe. Maybe like mind control or something. It translates really well. This game translates really well to the iPad. You challenge me. Well, I challenge you right back. Okay. There's no blue option for that event. So it's just a worthless... Well, maybe it's just a 50-50. I bet there's a 50-50 at least on getting something. Surely it's not just a nothing event. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. It's nothing. Well, that was insane dodges, and you have cloaking, so cool. God damn it, okay. You're stressed as hell today. You need to find new ways to vent out your frustration since you're retired as a gamer. Really? Working out could be a good way to let off steam. Damn. And also healthy for you. Maybe you do some sort of workout thing. Come on. Okay. Alright, did get 1 weapon offline. These weapons are great and fast, but they're not great. We can't. Oh! They're not great when we can't get through shields. We need to replace this charge laser and dual lasers. That's a good weapon, though. What a name. I'm not even going to say your name, but welcome to the stream. Welcome. Stress vent a human. Oh, that's you have to do that in a video game, though. You're really surprised this game was not on tablet? The design is really mobile-y, yeah. 50-50, you fight the slug, then the rock if you want to. Ah, okay. FTL is known for having a very good UI where almost everything you need to know is on the single screen. Yeah, that makes sense. You're only 82 kilograms, but running will do you good, you think? You don't know what flagellation means? That's if you've ever played Darkest Dungeon, where you have that little leather thing and you punish yourself as a religious thing. I wouldn't say get into that. Self-flagellation is a thing where religious people do as a form of penance or something. If you're mad at other people, you probably shouldn't do that to yourself. Sounds wrong? Yeah, I don't recommend it. Don't recommend it. Charge 2. I mean, Charge 2 is better than Charge 1, but they also have backup battery here. Okay, we do have stuff to sell. Small bomb's great, but for a 3-slot weapon system, I don't think I want to go into it. Let's do this. You know what? That's only a 1 power extra cost. There we go. We'll do that. Okay. And then we can repair. All right, that's good. That gives us extra potential for shots. It takes longer to charge, but I would say that's just a straight upgrade. Charge 2, one of the few upgrades that actually is a straight upgrade from the 1 version of it, I would say. It came out in iPad in 2014. Wow, 6 years ago? Okay, well, that's not only in the last couple years. All right. Flagellation is to beat with a whip, flail, cat o' nine tails. Okay. Well, it's that term I think is used more often when it's talking about self-flagellation, right? Or at least I've heard it more often used when talking about that. So, I could get crew kill if we go for O2. I need to get at least 1 weapon offline though. This is Slug Homeworlds. What is it? Slug Repair Gel. What do you get from it? You get... He offers anti-bio beam, but you don't take it. You get a quest. I don't think this is actually worth as much scrap. I'm just gonna kill him. Flatulation, that's something else, yes. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know. Hell's Dumble Doge? Dumble Doge is what you do when you don't get shot by lasers. You Dumble Doge them. Best thing ever. Yeah, flagellation is usually related to a religious context, yeah. Well, and again, in gaming context, Darkest Dungeon, there is literally a class called the Flagellant, I think, or I think he's what he's called, and he flagellates himself, or sounds really bad. There are my doors. I don't get there in time, do I? I do. Okay. Damn it! I don't. Backup battery. Well, that's the reference I know best. Alright. I took 1 damage or 2 damage from the missile there. I think there's a character in... what is that? Da Vinci Code? I think there's a character in like the Da Vinci Code who does that. Who is a... flagellates or something. I remember from years and years ago reading that book. I think there was a character in that does that. Flatulation is what you don't want in a duplicant. That's right. You wonder how flagellants survived the infection with the medieval medical prowess? Yes, I don't know. Silas the albino monk. In the newly released Roguelike C2, there's a super flatulation trait. Okay. 63 scrap. We'll go to the store. I could buy a flak. Sell dual lasers for flak, but wouldn't be able to get it online. Okay, I don't have it. Reconstructive. Don't really want anything here, so that's actually kind of good. So I can repair and buy power, because I just need power now. I need the power. Alright, so we need 1 more power, and I can backup battery everything I need. And the newly released, flaffulation, really? It's like, I don't know what word you were going for there. I assume it was flatulation and not flagellation? I don't know. Autocorrect, isn't it? It's a hell of a thing. I should have cloaked that. Got everybody in there. Everybody in. That's double fire. Okay. Dumbledore's that one though, that's good. Problem with living in a nebula, we can't ever see their crew to use our mind control offensively. Living in a nebula. That's the talk in a tender location. No surrender, no. We don't surrender to slugs today. Don't care about slug quest today. Fapulation? Well, that's definitely a different thing. Imagine if the flak projectiles would be hashtag cancel culture comments. Okay, sure. You know what I actually need is crew. I really need crew right now. I skipped that pirate sector earlier. So I go to store in hopes of buying a crew. Like an NG would be pretty huge right now. There's some augments that could be good. This is the less efficient choice. Still have 2 more sectors to find crew. I'm gonna hold off. Hurts to stand, can't bend over. I live with a hernia. Okay, 3 shields and a missile. Okay, we're definitely hacking this guy. Backup battery. Of course, if I could see, I couldn't use my mind control offensively anyway, because it's freaking slug territory. Frickin' slugs, man. We're gonna go all in on shields. Nice. Fire, cloak that. 94, please. Thank you. There, and then we can auto fire. Nice. Living with a I love that I can sing Weird Al or quote Weird Al and other people know what I'm talking about. You may not be familiar with the common types of hernias that you can get. That's right. Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard that one. Been a long time since I've heard that Weird Al song. That's old school Weird Al right there. Lumbar hernia. Infected. I forget all the ones, but yeah. That's crazy. You are in my O2. Oh god. And I didn't cloak that. Need to get you in here. So many missiles this guy has. I'm not cloaking any of them. Why am I not cloaking any of them? You go get the fire out. Alright, we're just gonna make sure this fire doesn't spread. We're good. Ah, there it spread. Boomer music? Yeah, I guess so. Although what I will say is, if you call Weird Al boomer music, then Weird Al is more popular today than most artists that were popular then are today. I can't even talk. Weird Al is timeless, okay? That's what old people say about their music that they're like, but Weird Al is timeless. He's still around making music. Let's see, swap off ions and drone. ASAP, get hacking, beams, laser. What are you talking about? Are you telling me what I should do with my build? I don't think I need to make any changes to ions or something. Alright, it's not guaranteed, it's not a dive, but I don't really need to take an extra jump. Combat drones are unreliable after Sector 1, so you'll need better offense. Oh, did somebody ask about a build or something? I feel like somebody asked. Did I miss something? How do you play NGA? Oh, Terry said. Okay. 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 Okay, we got mind control. I guess we do Mantis. Switch to double Ion Blast 2 Heavy Ion. That's the build, Rand. So your question was how to play NGA. NGA starts with what? Ion Blast Mark II and Combat Drone? Yeah, usually I like to get out of Combat Drone because drones for offense are unreliable because you can't aim them. So, yes, what Blood Lad said. Okay, fight your friend. I really need to get crew this sector. And get level 2 doors too. That's really good doges. Okay, there's the missile. 94% good. That's a freaking breach bomb or breach missile. Nice. Okay, that's on fire, so we can aim at his weapons. Hopefully get the missile offline before he hits us. Please, maybe? Please, maybe? Maybe, please? Good. There was a rumor Coolio started singing Amish Paradise instead of his actual song once. I did see some on, like, it's probably one of those Facebook articles where they were talking about the artist that Weird Al has parodied, and Coolio said one of his biggest regrets was actually fighting. He, like, at one point said he kind of fought against that, but then years later he was like, he kind of regrets that he fought it because it was actually a good thing for his career or whatever. All right, let's get doors. Yeah, halberd beam would be amazing. Oh, you're talking about replacing the combat drone with a halberd beam? Yes, absolutely do that. Although that would be kind of hard to get online with your Ion Blast Mark II if you're early. The news reporting a big storm heading to Texas. Yes, I actually mentioned that a little bit at the beginning of the stream. Oh, nice. It shouldn't affect me, I don't think, here in Dallas, but I have a lot of Houston friends who I'm a little worried about. So, if anybody is in Houston or anywhere along the Gulf Coast, I hope you're staying safe and stuff, because that looks pretty crazy. I mean, we might get some storms here, but it's not going to be anything like the people who live down by the coast. So now that I've decided to get crew, every store is not going to have any crew. Automated reloader is really good, though. Maybe get a drone part or two. I have another store. We have 8 jumps, 7 jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Hacking plus halberd wins the game on most ships, yes. They have 2 shields and you only have the starting setup, you cannot touch them. Let's see, news, let's see. You mean it's gonna leave you with 1 extra energy left? Okay, you think you overvalue doors. You've done a few mod runs without them. Not having them makes life hard. Doors are good. I probably undervalue them a little bit and wait too long to get them upgraded sometimes, but that's just because I value getting flax too much, honestly. It's probably because I overvalue flax too much. Like, if I get doors, I might not be able to get a flak. Oh gosh, okay, no O2. That could be bad. But doors are very good. I should probably get doors more often. Or earlier than I do, because there are some blue options with them too. Where did my frickin' power go? Damn it, I literally took power out for it to go into O2. Must have... one of my systems came back up or something stupid. Okay. And vanilla, 1 crew on doors is what you mostly need. Well, unless you're late game in a Mantis sector and don't have mind control, then you better have some good doors. Yeah, doors does kind of depend on the sector you're in, I would say. This event has funny results when you get fire suppression augment after helping put the fires out. Okay. Is it a valid strategy to keep a breach on rock beef is on an empty room so you have access to venting? Yeah, that's a valid strat. Some people do that. Of course, not having any door control makes that a little tough to use because you can't open the doors anyway, right? Because I think that ship starts with no door control. Oh, Britnoth says no. Yeah. I think it's valid. Some people do it. I don't. But I don't think it's a terrible idea. Because if it just happens to be that a fire starts in that room, it won't spread to the rest of the ship because you kept it breached. What are these stores, by the way, man? Seriously. No augments, no crew. Absolute crap for stores here. Alright, I guess I'm going to power... hacking power. Alright, really crappy stores. 60 scrap is better spent on crew to fight borders and fires or other systems. If you do buy doors plus keep a breach, wouldn't it work? It would work. Oh my god. Okay. Fight your friends. When you say valid strategy, it would work, so I would call it valid. A good strategy? Probably not. Optimal? Very likely probably not. But it's something you can do. and it works, but you kind of do need... kind of need door control for it to do anything for you. So it's not... I wouldn't say it's recommended. It's a strategy. It is a strategy. Speaking of doors, I know, right? It's a good thing I just got doors, or I would have been screwed right there, I think. Not certain if the open and close animation actually opens the doors in that way. Can you vent without doors if you walk back and forth? Oh, yeah, I don't think that counts as doors being open. We could test it, right? So if I... Let's see here. Let me wait for my O2 to equalize. If we do this, get ourselves 100 O2. I'm actually curious, because I think what you're saying is if you did something like this, would that vent this room? Is my O2 going down? No, I don't think. I think it's like an airlock. It considers that's still a closed door. So I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. No, you can buy doors, Kawhi, for sure. You just probably want to buy them later in the game after you have a ship that can successfully kill your enemies. But buying doors early just to deal with breaches or fires is probably not the best use of your scrap early game. Doors and sensors are usually a lower priority than getting weapons, hacking, shields upgraded. There's lots of other stuff that you should value higher if you want to live. I want to live. There. You have a big giant missile. Yes, you do. Or I should say maybe not win, but not die. Win the run. How did that not go down? Okay. Even level 3 sensors, especially level 3 sensors. Level 3 sensors, even more useless than artillery. I know it's controversial. Level 3 sensors more, well, on the boss anyway. There are some blue options, so if you want to get Kazakh, I guess, there you go. It's not worthless, but I guess we'll cloak that. I need to make sure we get piloting since he's running. Okay, good. Controversial opinion, level 3 sensors are crappy and not worth. Putting crew indoors upgrades them anyway. Anything past that is not necessary. I don't know about not necessary. If you don't have mind control and you're going into the final phase of the boss and you have a low amount of crew, having high level doors can help you vent the borders. I feel like there are situations where it's not worthless, where it's actually a pretty good value to upgrade doors. Imagine being more useless than artillery. Imagine. Okay. Gotta do this. If they have a missile, I can't not hack them, I feel like. Damn it. With this setup, I still am not one-shotting shields with full hacking. Come on, game. Come on. Get that missile. Damn it. It's 2 damage. 2 whole damage. Don't like it. Do not like it. Ooh, nice double reward, though. Yeah, there's no 4-man door room. At least not in vanilla FTL. Artillery is at least free damage. Yeah, artillery is at least free damage. Sensors 3 gives you nothing on the boss because it is deactivated by cheaty FTL game. Uncharted Nebula. Well, at least it's not Slug Nebula Sector 7, but my god, I need crew, man. This is the time when I need to buy some crew. Damn, I think I need to go. Isn't in Nebula you're more likely to get a store in your empty or in your non-Nebula jumps? Is that correct? I think you're more likely to find stores in the nebula at a non-nebula jump. Some enemy ships can have 4 room door rooms. It's 0 to 1 outside nebula. 0 to 1. Non-nebula stores. Yeah. Well, we have the scrap for crew, if we can find the crew. If not, we're going in the boss with 4 crew, it looks like. Oh, that's a really good deal, but I don't want to lose drone parts. Alright, come on, store. Please, please, please. Please, please, please have crew for sale. Yes, okay. What else you got? Halberd beam. Oh, the store to save the run. The store to save the run, and in the darkness, bind them. I can only afford 1 crew if I do the upgrade now. How much crew do I want to get here? Engine trained Zoltan. Do I want to buy 2 crew and hold off and get the charge upgraded? I think I might actually want to do that because even 5 crew is not quite what I want. I think we 100% get Zoltan for Steph. RV Screw, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And then I'm gonna get the rock dude. I'm gonna do it. Spend the extra scrap. Put him on weapons. Put you on doors. Put you on engines. We lose a little bit of dodge here. Put a repair. I swear this replying to in Twitch chat makes chat so much more cluttered. It's nice to know that they're replying to other people, but my gosh, that makes chat cluttered. Seeing that, it's crazy. Okay, can I get an extra engine? I can't. Okay. Black halberd beam, so stinking good though. Alright, we're going into this next fight with half power, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, we're gonna do this. You had 3 damage beam one time, and holy crap, it destroyed ships. Slug left behind, yes. Piloting free stuff, nice. Slug left behind. Yeah, glaive beam is good, Terry, in certain situations, but it's slow. So you're probably playing on a lower difficulty, which is that's why I think I said earlier. Glaive beam really good on lower difficulty. Am I gonna hack here? I'm gonna not hack. I hope I don't totally whiff. Nice. Once you get into higher difficulties, glaive beam is less good because of how expensive and long charge time it is. But it's a fun weapon when you're playing. That's why a lot of people, when they're new to the game, really enjoy Stealth B. But a lot of veteran players find it to be one of the worst ships in the game because it's inconsistent. Glaive is only good when you have defense to support it, yeah. You're playing on easy because you're kind of new to the game. Awesome. It's good to learn the mechanics in easy mode or in easy difficulty. If you plan on moving up through the difficulties, one thing I will say is a lot of times I feel like FTL lower difficulties do not prepare you for strategies that will keep you alive in the higher difficulties. So some things that are really strong in lower difficulties are going to be pretty weak on higher difficulties, sadly. So first jump, heavy one plus mini beam, yeah, kills you basically on Stealth B. Triple bomb weapon ship. Okay, or missile weapon ship. Now I'll read. Oh god, I'm not able to keep up with chat. Damn. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hack the piloting. Good. Nice. Nice. You did a Mantis A run, and the Phase 1 flagship locked you a weapon hack, and his cloak caused you to have no chance to fire. You had Flak 1 Burst Laser 2 and Glaive Beam. That's unlucky, Bram. That's why when I go into the boss fight, I like to give myself the option to run away. for phase 1, because if they hack your weapons, that's by far the worst hack from the boss, my opinion. If unless you're not relying on your weapons for offense, which is like what, 10% of your runs that you're not relying on your weapons. You want to make a ship that starts with only a Vulcan, but starts with loads of shields and get a ridiculously stupid amount of shields, and then make Zoltan-powered drones? Zoltan-powered drones, huh? Okay, what you gonna offer me? Not enough. Your weapons are pretty crap. I'm gonna try to not hack you. Machine, thank you for the follow, Persida. Welcome to the stream. That is the 4-shield chip. Nice. Nope. Not a better deal. Need to do better. Want me to not kill you? You gotta do better deals. Oh, those dodges though. Holy crap. Okay. Am I actually gonna take damage here? Okay, almost, but not quite. Those frickin' doges though, man. Okay, there we go. Okay. You did that. You did have the option to run away. You did because of weapon hack. You came back and guess what? Another weapon hack. Yikes. That sucks. Didn't you kill the final boss of FTL with only 2 glade beams with 3 insta-kills? Technically more, but whatever, still counts. Yes. And that's by far my most popular video on FTL. That was on easy difficulty, and I've gotten flack for that. Yeah. Again, it's situationally good. Pre-ignited with halberd beam is the situation where it's good. Not halberd beam. Pre-ignited with hacking is a situation where it's good. You don't have that, glade beam is often not the right choice. I'm not saying glade beam's bad, but it's not a consistently useful weapon for every run. It's not like I see glade beam, buy glade beam like I do with flak or halberd beam, or usually heavy laser 1 if I'm not flying a ship with only 3 weapon slots. It's not like an auto buy. First time watching the stream, it's fun. Nice, Machine. You watched a couple of YouTube runs. Thanks for the vids. Helpful and fun. Cookie for the win is ideal. Also, you hate the Mantis boarding. You're terrible at super micro management. Man, I love Mantis boarding. But you're right, it is definitely micro management intensive. That's for sure. So as much as I love it, for hard mode, no pause, not the greatest. Some good doges for him. Halberd beam still online. I'm gonna do this even though we don't get the most shots because the halberd beam should kill him. Okay. Another stun bomb. We've had like 5 or so now. We have had a lot of stun bombs today. Got flak for that run? That's good, like. We love flaks. I don't know, I still to this day remember some comment about on my run from 6 years ago, or however long ago, it's probably 4 years ago that I uploaded that video. It's like, the video had the most views on the double glade pre-ignited. One of the comments was like, easy mode? Yeah, skip, next. You know, some stupid things. Like, the people who take the time to write messages like that on YouTube videos blows my mind. How much of a life do you not have? Do you go to some game, a nerdy video game, and say something like that? Forget ions, hacking is the best way of taking shields down? Yes. It's why hacking is the most OP system in the game, in my opinion, apart from, like, you know, weapons, like the standard systems. Okay, let me do this. Okay, need to hack. Frickin' micro, I'm slow. Get you down here. Be good. Like, the people who say that stuff like that in YouTube comments, it's like, you took the time to diss somebody's video because they played on an easier difficulty than you think is worth uploading. I mean, I just want to yell at that person, but that's like my inner rage wanting to come out, I guess. You're running multiverse where you got a free glaive, multiverse in Sector 2, and it carried you up until Sector 7 where you sold it for halberd plus mini flak. Nice. Flak is, from your standpoint, hands down the best weapon in the game. I love flaks. You won't get an argument from me. Some people just love to get mad and be mad at things. True. FTL is hot again. Weapons is objectively the best system in the game. Weapons, objectively best system in the game. I can't even argue with it. Feel like you're right. I'll take 50 free scrap, sure. Alright, well, we're diving, so let's go this, and this. We still have one more system. Okay, this is Sector 7. I thought for a second we still had one more sector, and I was like, I cannot believe how OP we are. Flak 1 is a great weapon for taking shields down. Flak 2 is bad unless pre-ignited. Yeah. Okay, you have double missiles here. I'm hoping you have cloaking that lasts long enough for these missiles to time out together, and you don't. So I'm going to take that one. And by take it, I mean dodge it. Nice, one shot. Beautiful. Whew, 0 damage. Nice. 23 scrap. Really? Sector 7, I got 23 scrap from that? All right. If your ship does not have engines, you cannot jump. You like Burst Laser 2 personally? You prefer the aesthetic? Yeah, and I would say Burst Laser 2, I can understand why some people like that over Flak. It's more accurate. One of my big things for Burst Laser 2 is actually how expensive it is to buy. I don't understand why it's 80 compared to 65 for Flak. Even Burst Laser 2 costs more than a halberd beam. That blows my mind. How the hell is Burst Laser 2 more valuable than a frickin' halberd beam? Talk about hashtag not balanced. Makes no sense that Burst Laser 2 is more expensive than a halberd beam. Oof. 4 shields protected us there. Maybe that means halberd's too cheap, but it definitely means Burst Laser 2 is too expensive. Alright, nice dive. Get wrecked. YouTube first! If your ship does not have engines, you cannot jump. If you cannot jump, you cannot take on the flagship. So engines and piloting, are you saying those are the most OP systems, objectively? You think halberd should cost more? Isn't halberd 85? I think it's 75 or 65, I think. Yeah, I think it's 65. You like pre-ignited cloaking? It's like getting 2 free volleys at the start of every round? Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid strong. Burst Laser 2 is one of the best weapons for suppressing shields with. No, Flak is better than Burst Lasers for suppressing shields. There's a halberd-like weapon in Multiverse that charges +1 damage per shot and powers up to 100 damage per room per shot. I think we saw that, and I didn't buy it because it was like really expensive. It was like 100 and something scrap. I think I saw that one. Wow, our repair stations are in terrible places. Well, I hope I have enough drone parts then. Was halberd in the original or in advanced? I think it was the original, but I don't know. Yeah, charged to 500 damage. We saw that one. I'm going to not use hacking here. To try to conserve some drone parts, and I have pretty good shield busting with mind control here. Nice, triple fire in the shield room. Get fired on, bro. You're dead. When can we expect an FTL 2? Never. Never. They have specifically said, the subset people have said they're never making an FTL 2. I think on, well, at least one occasion they've said that. I don't know if multiple occasions, about to say multiple occasions, but I know they have said that they're never making it. I hope they change their mind, but as of now, they're never making it. The closest is Multiverse or Captain's Edition or SMPK, or I think somebody on YouTube comments this morning said they prefer Arsenal Plus to Multiverse. So there are a lot of good mods. The mods out there are FTL 2. Wow, Britnoth says we don't need FTL 2. Whoa! Strong words, sir. Strong words. We don't need FTL 2. Why would you not want another game that's really good? A little late on this hack. You like how people expect stuff from devs? I love it too. I love it so much. You know, we've been getting free weapons. Why not Sector 8 free ion charger? Why not? FTL 2 would need a bigger brain than we have now. What? I don't know what that means. They didn't expect modding to exist for FTL 1. Probably a good thing there's no way they can innovate enough for FTL 2 to overcome the expected hype disappointment. I mean, Half-Life 2 did it, right? Didn't Half-Life 2, like, meet people's expectations? I feel like that's a little bit too cynical. I feel like it's possible that they could make a game that lives up to at least some of the hype. FTL 2 needs to be 3D like Risk of Rain 2. That I would not like. I would not like that. Oh god, 4 shields and 2 defensive drones. Okay, freaking hell, we got through there in time. That's a shield hack. Okay. Look at this freaking defensive ship right here. This is crazy. Getting the mic control before that goes off. Okay, get wrecked. If we didn't get that hacking drone through in time, this would have been a really rough fight. Cloak that. What a freaking defensive ship. 4 shields, anti-drone drone, Zoltan shield drone, or shield drone. If this ship was in multiverse, I wouldn't have been able to get through there because of the hacking trick not working. So, I think I need to install your mod, math champ, that makes the hacking trick work. But where's Half-Life 3 though, huh? It's true, where is it? You just think FTL is super dope? Could totally support it too? I think so. FTL pre-order bonus will be Lanius and Crystal C. Now for $50. Okay, let's see. I could go for more jumps up here, but I think we're strong enough that I don't need to, and I don't want to get wrecked diving a bunch. I only have 4 drone parts, though. I need 3 for the boss fight. Damn, these repair stations were really, really not good for us. One idea you have for a mod would be some kind of set of mutator mods that just makes random changes to the game. Some that make the game easier, some make it harder, and then a script would pick a few random mutators you could try to win a run. That sounds cool, like dailies for Slay the Spire or something. I like that idea a lot. That's cool. Don't know how you'd make that work, but it sounds really cool. Okay, we need to cloak the flak. Come on into the heal bay, sir. Don't mind if you do. Don't mind if you do. Crew actually manning stations of fighting. Venting would be awesome. We don't have enough time. That's right, the background. 26 scraps, Sector 8 reward. Thanks, FTL. Thanks. Against the anti-drone, the hack drone just gets stunned, so it could still get through, though with the shield overcharge as well. Yeah, it wouldn't have made it. It would have got stunned, and then when it got unstunned, it would have ran into the shield. Unless I shot my flak at it to stop it or whatever, or to get through it. New locations for FTL, the Dark Sector, the Crystallized Nebula, and the Hell's Rain, which is full of nothing but Rebel flagships. What? Nothing but Rebel flagships. Wow. Talk about a sector right there. Alright, we got all our value points. Nice. What is it, the unicorn? What if Sector 8 store there? I guess we'll go here now just to check. I have exactly the number of drone parts I need. If I fail my hack on phase 2, we could run out, so. I'm going to take this fight before I try to jump here to see if I get drone parts. With multiverse, you need to use the charge laser to pop the overcharge shield, then fire the flak and send the hack right behind the flak, yeah. The ships in the background means that it says you don't have enough time to scrap all the stuff before fleet gets somewhere, so you get really crappy rewards. So I only got 23 scrap, that's why. Okay. Please don't hack my weapons. Well, I'll see you later, sir. See you later. What's up, Emzas? I need to not use hacking here. That's insta jump there. Okay, I don't think I'm winning this fight. Okay, okay. Hey, cool. He kept the mind control when he went over there, so not completely wasted. Nice. There's not enough time to salvage all the wreck. The fleet's still in back. 32 scraps, Sector 8. And that's what the guys in the background signify. I hate that, and I whine about it every time it happens. So that's what I was whining about. You've done the flak and hack a few times. It's not too difficult. Yeah, I would need to train myself in it. That's the issue. I would need to learn the timing on it. I'm pretty sure you would need to launch the hack first because it's slow, and then the flak maybe right after it. But it's a new skill I'd have to learn. And I'm old. Old dog learn new tricks is tough. So I have to learn. I'd have to learn the timing on it. I just don't know it. So flak is slow as well. Yeah, but I think actually hacking is slightly faster than flak, so you'd have to maybe fire the flak slightly before. I don't know exactly. Not weapons, not weapons. Yes, that's the best. Probably the best one. Yeah, probably best. Grab a cloak first missile. Hack's a little late. Hopefully I'll just fire a little early, I think. I purposely not using my mind control to stop the dodging because I like to keep them from repairing shields with the mind control. Black is really good for distracting the drone, even more so than a missile. Yeah, it's kind of one of the things they designed it for, right? Nice. All right. 1 damage phase 1. I'll take it. It's pretty good. Free defense drone. No drone parts, though. Free defense 2 drone. Just to end this run of free weapons the entire time. If enemy hacks weapons or engine or O2, you're good. No, that's not correct. If enemy hacks weapons, you need to leave and restart the fight. Oh, with good you mean you should run? No, I wouldn't run if they hacked O2 or engines. I would be fine with those hacks. That's why you have level 2 O2. Helps counteract that. What the hell is with this run and free stuff? I know it's been pretty crazy. Not even a free pre-igniter on the boss. Not even free. This is free stuff we've gotten this sector in Sector 8. It's crazy. I know, 2 drone parts. That's why I'm a little worried. So if we fail the hack trick, I probably need to not use hacking on phase 2. 50 scrap. I guess backup battery can use like level 2 stuff. Would it be worth the backup battery upgrade? Yeah, I did it. Not sure if worth, but on the multiverse flagship, you say the shield hack is scarier than weapons hack. Okay. Shield hack, I think, is my number 2. That one I probably would run. But engines, piloting, those are bad, but they're not as bad as it could be. I'm gonna wait till he's over past this midway point where the angle can be bad. There it is. Good. Get you over here. Hack. Can't cloak the missile. Please don't hit my weapons. Good. Ooh, that's bad. That is just burning forever. Can't do anything about that. Cloaking this. Don't die, please. Okay, that should be the end of the phase. Okay. Now, that's a lot of fires. And it's where our level 2 is... O2 is on right now, so it's spread even fast. Oh, it wasn't level 2 O2. Still. Alright, Rockman, do your thing. Okay. No lost crew. We took like 3 or 4 damage there. Pretty bad. Could have been worse. Hey, what's up, All Rush? How are you doing? You can win without weapons with a really good boarding and defense setup, just not on a gunship. Yeah. or a crazy offensive drone setup, which I don't recommend, but we've done before. We've had a beat the boss with only combat drones one time run, I think. I think we even didn't use hacking. I can't remember if we used hacking though. But not recommended. Not a normal strategy. Is it hard mode that makes the flagship missile launcher attached to the main ship? Yep. Hard mode. Like I said, the OP boarding into the missile room strat that you might do on normal and easy, you cannot do on hard mode. So don't rely on that strat. You can't do it on hard difficulty. All right, so we got the mind control counter for phase 3. I'm not going to prevent that room, I think. I don't think we got much in the way of crew kills. What game will I be playing tomorrow? I'm going to be playing some more Satisfactory. I know, a game a lot of people don't like to watch, but I've been still enjoying it, and we're working on a cool project, so... Okay. This is not a great place for them to board. It's actually kind of a terrible place for them to board. We're probably gonna have to run here. Can't cloak this. Oh, that's really bad. I can't use my drone part. Get out, get out. Oh God. Don't die. Holy crap. Don't die. Jesus. Frickin' beep beeps everywhere. Holy crap, man. We had to run there. We just had to. We couldn't. We were gonna lose crew if we didn't run there. 100%. 100% we would have lost crew if we didn't run there. Holy Jesus, man. I kind of can't believe we didn't lose crew there. Whew, boy. Still very inconsistent. Just use combat drones. Yeah. With the mutator mod, some examples of mutators could include enemies get an extra point of shields, or enemies get an extra point of weapons, or enemies get automated reloader for stuff that makes the game harder. Interesting. Pretty sure the boss had a crew now. I think he's going to have at least one more guy to board with, maybe 2 or 3. I didn't check it because I was too busy microing and trying not to die. Kudos on the micro. Yeah, well, it was worse because this is why I don't like having low crew and why I bought mind control. If we didn't have mind control, I don't think there's any way we would maybe even win against phase 3 of the boss because the boarding gets out of hand. Okay, one more border looks like. Insta do that. Okay, we should be good now. Now we should be good. Enemies get pre-igniter, please, please no. Okay, can't do that. Oh, we're not even through. I thought. Damn it, missiles. I was hoping the missiles would fire. They did not fire. So I could dodge all of them. My control. Okay, O2. Ugh, okay, O2's worked. Okay, didn't hit my weapons, that's good. Here comes mind control. Cloak it. Alright, that should be GG. GG cookie time, my friends. The Stealth A, one of our strongest, most OP free stuff runs we've had in a while. We weapon pre-ignite on the Rebel flagship, sign me out. Actually, RV screw, it wouldn't do anything because those are artilleries, not weapons. So, pre-igniter would actually be useless on the boss. So, Reaper Mensch, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Automated reloader, on the other hand, I think would make them fire faster because I think that affects artillery. Alright, Stealth A, that should be a pretty high score. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We broke 6K on that run. Holy crap. That's a 6K run right there. That's 4th highest on that ship on this save, and Second highest non-modded ship we've done on this one. Think about it, it's gonna auto-repair any damage. We want the enemy to manually repair stuff. What are you talking about? You've never had a bad run on Stealth A, lol? Really? Never? Really? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure FTL could totally wreck a Stealth A. You've never had a first jump unavoidable asteroid field in Sector 1 on that Stealth A. You can't remember one? I'm pretty sure I've had an unavoidable solar flare or asteroid field on Stealth A before. Some of the crazy neutral mutations could include all weapons have an extra shot, all weapons have extra fire chance, or enemies use random ship models. First jump restart didn't count. Well, then I disagree. I would say that does count. All right, my friends. I'm Sam She's Risham. We have time for one more one. We might go a little over. But thank you all so much for watching. If anybody new to the stream, hit the follow. Hope you're enjoying the FTL Hard Run No Pause. That was a nice run, which probably means we're going to get wrecked on our last run. But y'all are amazing. I'll be back in just a bit, and we will play another ship. See you in a bit, my friends.